Hello class, and welcome to our last lesson in this exponential functions unit. It's review for the test. Alright, so your task today is to create a study sheet including all rules, examples that contain the following information. So I've given you a list of topic ideas down below. Please note that you will not be able to use this study sheet for your test and that you will need to know all formulas except for the mapping sequence. Alright. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, at the topics. So first of all, we have the exponent laws. So remember back from grade 9 and 10, when you're multiplying exponents of the same base, you add them. When you're dividing exponents of the same base, you subtract them. When you have a power of a power, you're going to multiply them. Anything raised to exponent 0 is 1. Be careful for the negative sign out front. That is not included as part of the base. For a negative exponent, you flip the fraction to get the reciprocal and make the exponent positive. And for a fraction base, remember that the exponent affects both the numerator and the denominator. For help on that, see section 4.2. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we took a look at rational exponents. Okay, so we compared the difference between root form and exponent form. We took a look at a radical form as well, and how do we express fractions in the exponents. So it would be a rational exponential form. And again, for more information on that, you're going to see section 4.3. Next, moving along here, ladies and gentlemen, we then took expressions with exponentials. Okay, so we learned how to simplify, which means you can't have any negative or fraction exponents. Okay, and just remember, folks, there's more than one approach to solving that, and that's section 4.4. Then we use some technology, ladies and gentlemen, to learn how to graph exponential functions and to compare them to other functions. So please make sure you can identify and compare when a function is linear, quadratic, or exponential if you're given a graph, a table of values, or an equation. Okay? Once we then focused in on the exponential function, we discussed when is it a growth or when is it a decay, i.e. when is the function increasing or when is it decreasing. We also learned that the asymptote location helps us to graph, and the domain and range is, again, the domain as x belongs to a set of real numbers, whereas the range is dependent upon where your asymptote lies and if it reflects the x-axis or not. Okay, and again, you can see section 4.5 for that. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we learned how to do transformations. So your A, K, D, and C based on any transformations or translations of a parent function. Just remember, the base function in this case is going to be whatever the base is, all raised to the exponent x. So the base function can change depending on what the closest base is, depending on what transformation equation you're given. Okay, we then learned how to do mapping sequence, and again, you graph the first map with the parent function, you graph the second map showing all your transformations, that's the effect of A and K, and then the third one in your sequence is the effect of D and C. All right, I will provide that mapping sequence formula on your test. You just got to make sure you know how to apply it and how to create the three graphs. All right. And then from that, ladies and gentlemen, it was easy to talk about the domain and range for that. And again, see section 4.6. The last topic for this unit, folks, was applications. Okay, when you read any word problem, you first need to decide, A, is it a growth or decay? Next, you have to decide, hey, do I have what's called a factor or a rate? You need to know how to transfer one of those or be able to transfer back and forth. Just remember, the factor is your B and your rate is your R. Okay, when you have a doubling, that also tells you that B equals 2, and when you have a half-life, that's B equals 1/2. Again, see, there's 2 days we did that, which is 4.7a and 4.7b. All right, class, here's your homework, and this is going to be for 2 days. So homework is page 267, numbers 1 to 12. Also, if time on another day, try questions on page 239 and 270. Have a great day, and again, come see me if you need any help. Thanks.